Mm. Sorry, baby, what? Oh, no, I'm awake. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, sweets? What's going on? Yeah, what's good? I do apologize. You woke me up? What's wrong? Not saying like you woke me up in like a bad way. I'm just saying you like only wake me up when something's wrong. So what's wrong? You're worried? Okay. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, here. Oh. Yeah, here. There you go. Alright. What are you worried about, sweetie? You're worried about the future? Okay. It's a very valid fear. I mean, the future is beautiful, terrifying. What all are you scared about? The future in general? Is there anything else? Oh, okay. I don't mean it in like a oh, okay. I mean it in like a I understand now. I'm scared that even as you're growing older, and not calling you old, but as you're growing older and you have all these experiences, you feel as though you're not keeping up with the future. Sorry, I don't mean to yawn, sweetheart. That's a valid fear, you know? I mean, there's nothing I can really like say to like help with that, but it's just okay, yeah. Of course you can explain more, sweetie. Always. That makes sense. Yeah, no, that does make sense, sweetie. I mean, growing older is terrifying because you're like, how long do I have left, you know? I don't mean to make your fears worse, but like, it's like, how long do I have left? What does the future entail? What's gonna happen? Like, and like, especially keeping up with the times, like, I mean, I understand that. I mean, not that I can completely relate to where you're coming from, but I mean, even with technology, like, I used to be ahead of the game, like, as a kid, and now I'm like, I am so far behind. For someone being as, you know, my age is like, wow, why am I this far behind? But it's also, it's a way to connect with other people. There's always that. And then, I mean, yeah, the future is terrifying. It is. It's beautiful and mysterious, but it's also terrifying. A lot of us, like, you know, when people are like, oh, if you could have the superpower, like, would you want to see into the future or, like, change the past? And I'm like, well, I don't know that I'd rather do either, because I don't want to change the past completely. But I really don't want to look into the future and have to, like, overanalyze everything I do, trying to make this perfect future. In reality, that's never going to happen. We cannot make our perfect future. We can just be in the present as we are. I know it's like such a generic answer, and I'm sorry, Sydney. It is 6 in the morning, and we both just went to bed like an hour ago. So we really gotta work on our sleeping schedule if we want to be good for the future. Just saying. Okay, sorry, but like. Sorry. No, like, that's understandable, though. It's because, like, you want to be there, you want to know what's gonna happen, but you can't. Plus, I feel like if we did know what was in the future, we wouldn't be focused on, like, the people we're with now, or the experiences we're having now, whether it be alone or with people. Because, like, even with being alone, there's something absolutely beautiful about that. Like, sometimes, yeah, it does get lonely, but sometimes it's nice to be able to just, like, sit and do stuff with yourself. Like, I used to, like, as a kid, I never wanted to, like, go to, like, just, like, walking, I never wanted to go on, like, long walks, like, in nature by myself, because I was, like, always afraid. And then, like, when I started doing that in my teens, I was like, this is actually really nice. I don't need anyone here, although I do love our nature walks. But I'm just saying, like, it's like, sometimes it's nice to have that aloneness rather than being with someone. And I think, like, with the future is, like, the fear of what will you be alone versus being with someone else. And the hard part about that is that we don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen. And that's the scary part, but it's also the beautiful part. We have no idea what's going to happen. So many wondrous things could happen, don't get me wrong, there's also, like, so many bad things could happen, but it's also how you help yourself through it, and how you help others through it, and how you let others help you. So, like, okay, a couple months ago, for example, I didn't know if the project I was working on was gonna work. You remember me talking about it. I was, like, complete fear of, like, this is not gonna work, it's gonna go so bad, and I was like, you know, like, people aren't seeing it enough, I'm not putting enough work into it, the art is not going into it as well, and it's like, I, like, lost love with it, like, I lost, like, my passion for it. And you literally sat down with me one night, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna need you to, like, drop everything you're doing, and you literally, like, took me and walked me to, like, our bed, made me lay down, you put on Lord of the Rings, and you were like, we're gonna watch this movie for, even though it feels like 2 days, we're gonna watch this movie, and we're going to talk while we're watching it, when we feel like we're about to fall asleep, even though I love Lord of the Rings, sometimes it does make me a little sleepy, and we're going to talk through it. And you talked me through almost everything I had going on in my brain, and you were like, just because you're scared now doesn't mean it won't happen. It's stuff like that. Like, you legitimately knew exactly what to say. You helped me through that. And so it's like, yeah, I probably could have got through it on my own, but you also helped me through it. I don't know how this makes sense, but it does in my brain. Of how like, of how even though I could have been alone and made it through it and, like, been okay, you're also there to help other people as well, and you did help me, and I helped you, like, a week later with something else. And so it, like, it's not that I have, like, it has to be equal, but, like, it balances out of how we do things, and we do things with ourselves. Like, the other day I was like, I really want to cook this thing, but I'm, like, really stressed about it, and you're like, do you want me to help? And I was like, no, because you know you can't be in the kitchen while I'm cooking or baking. I love you, I do. You cannot be in the kitchen while I cook or bake. Or clean, like, you can be there, but, like, yeah, hey, okay, I know I'm bad at it. I'm getting better. I let you sit at the kitchen table. That should be something. I know. I absolutely suck at it, but it's something, okay? Or when I try, like, weird drinks or, like, weird monsters, you're like, do you want me to try it with you? And I'm like, no, I gotta venture this on my own. And even if I don't like it, I end up drinking it, because, you know, I don't want to waste a monster. I do need to try that one you were talking about. It's hard to find here, though. Or like right now, it's raining out. It's kind of hard to hear. You can hear mostly thunder, but like, it's raining out. We don't know if something could happen. Like if there's like a flash flood, we wouldn't know until like later in the morning. And that's okay, because even if there's flash floods and like we can't go out to work, we also get to spend a day inside with each other, looking at all the beautiful rain, listening to the rain, taking rain naps, making hot cocoa even though it's like 95 degrees outside, blasting the AC even though we're freezing. There's beauty in not knowing what's gonna happen. And with not knowing how you're gonna fit into the world, especially like as you grow older, that's okay. We don't always need to fit in. It's nice to fit in, but we don't always need to. You're always gonna find someone that relates to you. I relate to you. And you relate to me. And so, I mean, I feel like that's special. But also, like, you joke that I'm a grandma all the time when it comes to technology. And I say you're right, because I am. But also, like, there are times where you know how to work something. Like, you know how to work computers. I do not. But I know how to work touchscreens. You do not. So it's beautiful. Like, even as we age, we still have people around us to help. And even if we don't have people around us, there's a beautiful thing called YouTube, Google, Bing, Yahoo, I don't know. There's a lot of things to help. Like, I mean, do you remember when we were hanging frames and we didn't know like how like long the screws needed to be because they didn't come with like, we got gifted the frames but not gifted the screws. We wanted to put them in the wall, and yeah, this was so stupid. And we didn't know how long they needed to be, and so we literally YouTubed it, or we Googled the frame that we had, what screws should go with it, and what like ones you could get. If you didn't have those, we couldn't find them. We YouTubed the best way to hang them with the screws we already had, and it's beautiful. Yeah, they're a little lopsided, and I have OCD, and it's kind of bothering me, and I have legitimate OCD. It's not even funny, but you know. Yeah, I know you make fun of me, not make fun of me for how many times I click the door, but it's fine. Sorry, twist the knob, whatever. It makes like little clicky sounds, I don't know. But it's gonna be okay, sweetie. It's hard because there's nothing you could really do besides like hope, I guess, or the dream of the things that could happen. But I mean, that's kind of the beauty of it too, is like you really don't know what's gonna happen. And as hard as it is to not be in control of the situation, sometimes it's best to just let it not be in control. Take that like pressure off yourself, take that stress off yourself. Yeah. Alright. How about we watch Lord of the Rings again, because okay, fine. No, you're right, because I know if I start watching it, I'm gonna want to continue watching it, and it's not gonna go well. Okay, what about I mean, I'm tired, but I know you're not, so you are tired? Okay. We can go to sleep. I'm good with that any day. Yeah. I love you too. We can be scared about the future together. And when we're old and wrinkly, we can complain about the new generations. I'm totally kidding. Or we can learn from them. I'm excited to see what the future has in plan, especially for us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love your giggle. Okay. Napping you no time. Mm-hmm. Hmm.